Peraí. Não pode falar.
Esse jogo aqui é mó bom.
Vou renderizar aqui o vídeo. Isso aí.
The journey to Helheim is never a straight one. Each must find their own path. Align yourself to its secrets, and you will
Hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage. She will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to Hell to join her slain love Sigurd, and is challenged by the giantess.
Que jogo embaçado, velho. Cheio de segredo, velho. Pior que não vai ser por aqui, vai ter que ser por lá.
Fala, Letinho.
Ué,
Fala o que você tá falando.
o jogo aqui é muito embaçado, cheio de segredos, né? Ó. Não, tem uma parte, velho, que é tipo um. Você entra num lugar escuro, tá ligado? Tipo, mas você não enxerga nada. Tem uma parte nesse jogo que você entra num lugar escuro, tá ligado? Você não enxerga nada, tudo preto. Aí você tem que sair desse lugar, tá ligado? E tem alguma coisa te seguindo, velho. Tá ligado?
Nossa. Verdade.
Daí tu tem que ir pelo som, tá ligado? Às vezes você vai chegando perto do bicho, aí tipo, você tem que ir indo, velho. Na cagada talvez você ache a saída. Mas que bosta, não adianta nada vindo aqui.
Quê?
Não, fui por um caminho assim que não adiantou nada vir até cá. Você dá uma olhada lá, ver se tá sendo transmitido ainda.
Quê?
Dá uma olhada lá, ver se tá sendo transmitido ainda.
Tá.
Hela possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are
Tá.
her gates. The name of her
Eu já
dish
sei qual é a
is
pequena
hunger.
notificação.
Her knife is famine. On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh, and her face menacing and grim.
Peraí, Tim, já volto. Tirando a conta da Fária.
Uhum.
Pronto, voltei.
É agora que o bicho pega.
The gate. It's opening.
Who is it?
It's coming. That song again.
Is it? Is it? Is it?
It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it.
Você é louco, velho. A voz do cara.
Get up. Get up and fight.
Ih, morreu.
Demorou.
Stormy seas and lost souls.
Já morreu, Tim.
She's dreamt of this
Que
before.
isso?
They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts,
Cara,
and
nem deu tempo
fears.
de você reagir.
I see
Esse jogo é
where
muito
in
bom,
her
velho.
eye. But what if each one of
Tô
us
entrando
is
aqui em outro
always
que é
dreaming,
bom, só que eu
even
passo
when
muita
awake,
raiva com ele.
and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods.
You're pathetic. Did you really think you could win?
Esse cara que tá falando com ela é o pai dela, tá vendo?
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there's no one left to do that for you.
What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your soul.
Come on.
Essa é louca.
Why go on? When you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined. Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's true. It's not real. Listen to it.
Don't give up.
Did it? It's
Not like this.
Esse jogo é bom, velho. Pode de reclamar, esse jogo é bom pra arregaçar. Assiste aí. Agora que o bagulho começa a ficar legal.
Come to me. Please.
the light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind. No, he's here. It's in your mind. It's real. What's happening? Go towards it.
Essa menina é louca. É louca, ela tem psicose, ela tem um punhado de voz na cabeça dela. E o marido, o cara que ela gostava, foi assassinado pelos vikings. Aí na cultura delas lá, ela tem que pedir pra deusa da morte lá pra reviver o cara, ou pra trocar a alma do cara pela dela, entendeu?
It's dead. He's got to go slow. How could you keep going? How could you keep going? Ignore the pain. I told you it was to trick you. I told you. Where are you going? See, there's nothing to follow. Come on.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's in-bell made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
It's already dissipated. Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it.
Chegou na árvore agora.
There he was. The lone figure of a boy. Sword play under the shade of a
Agora é foda, velho. Tipo, uns 7 ou 5 portais agora. Né? E cada portal me leva a um lugar. Cada lugar tem um desafio e um chefe pra eu enfrentar, velho. Muito foda, velho.
The glue lifted. For the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
Responda os caras lá no site, não, tio.
Tô vendo.
Day after day,
Esse dia eu tô perguntando.
she mimicked him,
Você falou assim, brotei.
perfecting her own
Qual é esse
secret
jogo?
dance,
Deixa eu ver.
Que porra é esse?
wishing
Dá
those
o
fleeting
esse.
moments of light
nome,
would stretch out to last.
Quê? Qual que foi o último?
Fala. O nome, cara.
Qual é o nome do jogo? É Hellblade, velho. É da Ninja Theory. Um jogo independente. É AAA, mas não tem nenhuma desenvolvedora grande por trás. Não tem nenhum investimento, né? É só a empresa que fez o jogo mesmo que investiu dinheiro.
See the world through eyes of
Tipo, acho que um pouco do valor era revestido
just like he does.
por um hospital que cuidava de pessoas que tinham esse tipo de doença. E realmente, quando você joga no headset, velho, você escuta um punhado de voz, velho. Tipo, uma voz longe, uma voz perto, tá ligado?
Meu Deus. O jogo é da hora, o gráfico também é da hora.
Quê?
O jogo é da hora, os gráficos é da hora.
Os gráficos são muito bons mesmo. Só a água que deixa um pouco a desejar, só. Mas a mulher que interpreta a personagem é muito boa, velho.
A cara dela.
Senua,
I haven't seen you before.
I'm not. I don't leave home much.
Oh, Xeno's daughter.
Sabe até que é um jogo de doente mental.
Wait,
É, tipo isso mesmo.
who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me?
Sabe, mano? Ó, matei 3 caras
Become a
suaves
warrior,
aqui no
you know?
Fortnite, né?
me.
Quando eu ia elogiar o jogo,
I'm Dilly.
foi lá, bugou e eu voltei
for the
pro
warrior
menu.
trials. Come and watch.
É sério, mano, na hora que eu ia elogiar, velho.
Bring your sword.
You can't put it into words.
É.
Moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are. You killed him. But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all. Stay still, stay quiet, hide.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
Won't stop me. I can still feel it.
Whatever's left of
Assim, a
him,
galera não vai
they
ajudar
will
hoje.
never let him go.
Ele tá de
I'm
serviço.
gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
that you? I'll find you, man. I promise.
Can you see him? You want to believe it. Is he not real? Is he there? You're alone in these mountains. Is that Delia?
Agora
Nothing
é foda,
lives
velho.
here. You won't survive.
É que, tipo, tem muito desafio, tá ligado?
Maybe it's a sign, the tree.
No primeiro eu tenho que ir na árvore.
He's waiting for you by the tree.
Vai ter um bagulho aqui pra me ver aqui.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
Quando o cara conta a história não termina. Tô no arrego já, velho. Essa parte da vida do caralho. Toma no cu.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again,
Cada pedra dessa é um portal. Tá aqui, pai, dá medo pra caralho essa porra, velho. Vou catar a espada aqui agora.
It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge ground by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the tree of death will take
A voz do que é, mas a legenda é português.
face the trials.
Puta, agora eu tô ferrado, velho. Eu tenho que eu tenho que cumprir os desafios
You need that sword.
pra depois pegar a espada. Mano, dá medo pra caralho, velho.
Find it. There it is. Focus. Focus.
Ah, mano, sacanagem, velho.
Get closer.
A caged stone, and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn. And it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this man. Where are we? Where is she? It feels wrong.
Ah, mano, esse aqui é o pior, velho. Puta que pariu, eu tenho uma sorte, vou falar pra você, velho.
So strange
Eu
that
fui
we
logo
go
no
to such
pior, cara.
lengths to bury death. Something so very
Maldito cachorro, fica seguindo a gente, velho.
inevitable.
Ah, mano, dá medo pra caralho, velho.
Conspire to hide death because we have no answer for it. But when it comes and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones,
Tá, carrocinha aqui, olha que legal.
then comes the reckoning.
Ah, fica escutando esse cachorro aqui, ele tá com nada.
Take the torch. It's too dark. Take it.
Tio, assiste lá a parte que eu falei pra você.
You have to be able to see.
Quietinho.
Ah, vai se ferrar, velho. Assiste lá a parte que eu falei pra você.
Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember?
There he is. There he is. Dillian, there he is. Finally.
You found him. What's wrong? What happened? Can you hear me?
Qual parte?
Just wait there.
No labirinto que eu falei pra você.
This is your mission. Find him. To use everything you have and find him. Get him back. Just there. How could you
Antes
lose
ou depois, quando a mulher tá correndo aí,
Find him.
tá correndo e tem um. E a tela tá branca, ela tá com a mão no ouvido.
Ah, é, bem depois disso, tá chegando aí.
I'll find him.
Pronto, agora entrou debaixo de uma árvore.
What's that?
Ah, não, tá bem mais pra frente.
Nothing. Was that voices?
Don't touch the walls.
You don't know what they might do.
Turn back.
She has to keep going.
It's not safe here.
She has to keep going.
If you go down there, no one can save you.
It's too scary.
O labirinto é quando ela tá com a tocha?
É.
Tá.
Mano, já tô perdido já, velho.
Já volto.
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Herver, the daughter of a berserker, born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
Ah, é que eu saio de novo aqui. Meu Deus, esse lugar aqui é um labirinto, velho.
Eu sei bem.
Eu entrei por aqui, beleza. Eu fui pra direita. Agora pra esquerda. Mas a esquerda não tem saída. Vamos correr, velho. Olha o dito jogo. Deixa a gente apreensivo, velho. Então eu vou pra direita e na direita eu viro à esquerda de novo. Aqui já é novo já.
I can hear him.
Herver disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader. When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want to go ashore. They say that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist. The flames I passed through were real enough. Damn the Northmen to hell.
Keep going, Senua. Follow the voice. You're nearly there. Easy. He's going to save you. Find the voice. Find him.
Tem alguma coisa aqui, velho.
Find another way. It's not working. You have to use your mind. Where can you go? You're failing. Find a think. Focus. It's not him. It's not him. We told you. We told you it was a trick. Doesn't sound like Dillian. What's happening? Quiet. It's not him. He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him. It's not Dillian. That doesn't sound like what's in there. What is it? A secret. That voice. It's not Dillian. There's no way in. Find a way. There has to be a way. Find a way. There's always a way. Don't stop now. Don't give up now. Find a way. You're too close to stop.
Meu Deus, o bagulho vai dar medo, velho. Sério, mano, que vocês não estão escutando no fone, velho.
Dillian wants me to face my fears.
Não tem saída, velho. Tem que ser aqui mesmo. Como é que eu vou enfrentar o bicho sem espada?
Dá choque nele.
1, 2, 3 e... Ah não, ela não fez isso. Esse é um dos piores, velho.
I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
Eu tô falando com o pai dela.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
É que é o seguinte, naquela época, antigamente nos medievais lá, essas tribos aí, porque a tribo celta, quando a pessoa nascia meio louca assim, escutava coisa, ela era considerada louca. Aí eles chamavam que não era tipo que ela considerava que ela tinha problema de psicose, que ela tinha
No
uma
boy
escuridão por
is
trás.
going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you, they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You will not defy the gods. Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
I am leaving!
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
Ufa, já foi.
It's done. You did it, but there's more.
Mais tem punhado ainda.
There's still more. There's always more to do. It's not going to
Tem uns que é fácil, tem uns que é difícil.
Can you do another one? It's too much.
Como é que eu chego naquele ali?
She hasn't got the energy. No.
Porra, tem que dar uma volta gigantesca. Vamos nesse aqui, meu. Seja o que Deus quiser. Nossa, tem um, velho, que o bicho fica atrás seu. Aí você tem que ficar correndo pelo meio do labirinto de madeira, senão o bicho pega você, velho.
Called Balder, the second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Balder. O inimigo do... O principal inimigo no God of War. Ah, esse é fácil, velho. Sorte. Esse aqui é só... Só segredo, só.
You want to see what the mask sees? No, she doesn't. No, where are we? What is this? It's the same. It's another world. It's lighter. It's nicer. The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened? The bridge is fixed. Let's cross it.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth,
É exatamente como contra o God of War.
beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness. Swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Balder's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
Olha, cara, faz todo sentido, velho. É que assim, o Loki, ele foi o único que não jurou pra Freya, que não ia matar o Baldur, entendeu? E o Loki é o pai da Hela, que no caso aqui é inimiga desse jogo aqui. Que ela é tipo a... ela é tipo a rainha dos mortos, né? A menina aqui quer pedir pra ela o marido dela de volta, entendeu? Só que daí no God of War, o Loki é o Loki é o Atreus. Faz todo sentido, né? Só que como que o Atreus mata o coisa? Na verdade ele não mata. Ele tem um pedaço de uma flecha uma flecha verde lá, que é a Freya, que no caso que é a mãe do coisa do Baldur, fala pra ele que é uma flecha maligna. Daí ele joga fora a flecha, só que pega um pedaço dessa flecha pra remendar Pra remendar uma... Caralho, eu errei, velho. Tem que voltar lá. Ele pega um pedaço da flecha pra remendar a mochila dele de flecha. Ele pega pra remendar. Aí no meio da briga, esse pedacinho de flecha acaba relando no Baldur. E a flecha, na verdade, era a única coisa que tirava a maldição dele. Aí ele poderia ser morto, entendeu? Daí é quando o Kratos consegue matar ele, entendeu? Aí quando briga com ele, consegue matar ele porque a flecha tirou a maldição dele. É que esse jogo aqui também é todo baseado na mitologia nórdica. É cheio de segredos essas porra aqui, velho. Tipo, o portão tá ali. Essas paradas aqui, ó, tem que olhar, tá ligado? Ah, é ali, ó. É, só que ali tá ao contrário. Eu tenho que abrir aqui. Abrir esse portão aqui. Maldito jogo, velho. Cheio dos segredos. Bom, um dos piores já foi, então. Tem mais um, que eu me lembro, só tem mais um desafio que é dá medo pra arregaçar. Mas daqui tá fechado. Essas vozes de uma puta ficam dando risada na cara da gente, velho. Nossa, é louco, um bagulho de arrepio, velho. Eu acho que eu tô fazendo errado, eu não tenho certeza. Alguém que vai me escutar aqui.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Baldur, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Baldur's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?"
Olha lá.
"I did not ask the mistletoe," Baldur's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young." Oh dear.
Lá, daí o cara foi fazer a flecha de visco, tá ligado? Justamente pra... Meu Deus, eu não consigo entender porra nenhuma, velho. Deixa eu ver aqui agora.
He's the reason she keeps fighting.
Ah, você é louco, velho. Agora sim. Cheio de puzzle, velho. Quebra-cabeça do caralho. Mas tá fechado essa porra aqui, velho. Caralho, velho. Como é que eu faço essa bosta, velho? Tá fechado.
You are guilty. You will always be guilty. Was it worth it?
Bate nesse cara aqui, velho.
Que porcaria que eu tenho que fazer, velho? Mas se eu trocar o mundo, esse bagulho aqui vai estar fechado. Meu Deus, velho. Ah, tá, achei. Que bosta, tanto que demora pra descobrir o bagulho agora.
You saw that she was strong. Senua, you've got it. Why isn't he here? He's gone. You remember meeting him beneath the tree? You're in the wrong world. He's in the other world. The dark world. Without you. He led you astray. You should have listened to your father when you had the chance. Why didn't you listen to him? His love has tortured you, and it tortures me.
Vai, abre a porta.
Your curse has claimed Dillian. He didn't know he was coming. Where are you taking me? He's up there. How do you get up? There's a way. There is a way up there. Find the way. She can do it. You're nearly there. Just find the way. Dillian doesn't know who killed him, but we do.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
Nossa. Mitologia nórdica é muito louca, né?
The curse strangled just like it strangled him.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillian, her future.
Ai, quantia de desafio dentro desse jogo, velho.
Two realities tearing at her soul.
By minute. What does she think she's doing? You're special. She thinks she...
They mean nothing.
Being special. He was the only one she's tried. Could all be a waste, could she try?
What if the gods are just playing? What if the gods are laughing at her?
Messing with her.
It wouldn't be
the first time. You have no chance in life. Nobody will love you again. Ever again.
Caramba, o do M tá aqui. Aonde? Ah, tá, achei.
Curse. And now the darkness is swallowing. You have no time for this. Speed up.
Falta um só.
Trials to distract you. Set you up, and now they're going to watch you. What if these trials mean nothing? Laughing at you. What if they take you no closer to Dillian? You're letting this get in the way. What if they are just to tire you out, to make you weaker before the battle comes? She destroys the victims.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf, and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes, and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
Loki, o deus da mentira. Agora que vai ter trancado, eu tenho que ir lá. Tem que ir lá.
Do you remember the way he stroked your hair? Do you remember the way you felt? She should have listened to me. Why didn't she listen to me? She thought she could define you.
E agora sim.
Yes. She thought she had light within her when she was only. She was pure darkness.
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Balder return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Balder stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Balder, weep him out of Hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they find in a cave. Balder was never my friend, she says. Let Hel keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
Dillion didn't believe in the curse. Dillion believed in you. You squashed it, strangled it, flattened it. The curse cannot be undone.
Dillion never much cared for the underworld, and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Zinbel.
You can do it.
I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillion's arms, had to see the world through his eyes. Slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
Senua, your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world? You, only you can see, just to be rid of your nightmares. Or is this the price you paid for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I know.
For the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
What if this is darkness? What if you're wrong?
Pelo que eu vi, falta um. Tem um outro ali, 2 ou 3 às vezes.
You've been fooled before, you could be fooled again.
1, 2.
It's just that game for
Tô parando agora também.
no which way it's going.
Valeu aí por quem comentou, quem assistiu. Que pra aqui que tá muito barulho. Valeu.